March 17th, 2025. Okay. I hope the police, the FBI, or the marshals arrest the agent that opened my case, the one that got fired. Okay? It's him doing it. He's in it with the drug cartel. Okay? Last night outside my client's, I heard some guy outside. I listened to her video, how she ran around taping her own witnesses, trying to get them stopped. If she died, at least her kids would. Trying to protect their life. And they said there wasn't a real case. They were just running around making fun of her. She mentioned different police departments involved of helping work the case, and all those people that were involved, the drug cartels. I want to talk to people. Stark County Sheriff's, honey. Go to the Canton Courthouse. Protected custody cases. September 23rd, 2018 to October 3rd, 2018. You should be there. Like a lady said, I went down there. There is one on her. I know there is. Stark County Sheriff's at Faith Family Church. We all know the FBI opened an informant case with her and have us watch her. That idiot outside last night said, well, I thought we were supposed to keep an eye on her so she didn't hurt anyone. Who the fuck are you? I mean, honestly. The police will tell you Karen don't have it in her to hurt anyone. Karen's nothing but good in love. She almost died to save her family. So who are you? Where my neighbor went down to the U.S. Marshals, he met a guy they saved off my case, because my case is he's alive. I put that messenger where he wrote it, put it up on Facebook. Where the police told me you need to be proud of what you lived through. Because of what you lived through, we got all this information on these people, and you helped save a lot of lives. The U.S. Marshals have been using my case. Now, the agent that returned my phone call to the FBI hotline, the one that went and told Apostolic Church of Barberton, he knew I was being drug beaten, raped, and didn't care. And if she was supposed to be mean to women, he was going to turn them back over to him. He didn't care what they did to me. Imagine an agent saying that, and they're all talking about him. And then on a recorded line the next day, admitted he met with all the churches. He knew they were trying to kill me because strangers lie of faking you were sick. And bullies me. And at one point even said he didn't blame him for trying to kill me. He was aiding and abetting murder. Makes fun of me for some guy named Pete found out it's a human trafficker, a drug dealer. How he's running a scam on me on a recorded line. Confessed he told on me. Bullies me, makes me beg for my life, and then opens informant program, then dare threaten me. Oh, you know what that idiot said outside last night too? Where she was running around taping her own witnesses, trying to save everyone. They said they were going to go after her for obstruction. Bullshit. 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 Don't even think that. See, that's where they try to keep me quiet. But then, like this one guy said, why wouldn't they care what she said? They're the ones that made it public. They sold the login. For Will found another way of making money off the case. He's selling it for $25 a pop. It's on the internet. I was a discussion in high school in North Canton. Teenagers, we discussed the case with our teacher, and all those bad things happened to her because that agent didn't help her. Little kids have the case. Old people Hmm? Truck drivers. If you don't have the case, it's rare. Even my grandson, Daniel, one of his teachers had it. Hmm? I went into Pennsylvania. They were talking about the case in 21, Kentucky, and Illinois. It's on the internet. They sold the login. I can go different states and they have it. People talked about the case from Bedford to Warren, Massillon, Canton, North Canton. Little kids as young as 5. Yeah, they made it public. So the only thing I do is put my side up. Now, that agent, I told you he was so mean to me on the phone, I didn't believe he was real. Within the first 2 weeks, I heard Dave outside talking to someone that Dixie and the baby would be next, and they had a list, and they'll be moving on to who they want next. So I Googled the office he said he was at, and I found him. Okay. And then I called back down there when I seen the guy, and the one lady went, tell the police up there to get a hold of it. We're busy. They're busy, and there's a serial killer down the road. They're out there scouting the area. Gunshot night was coming up. They still went to the wrong house because it's so dark out there. Okay? And then when I called down there again, Miss Hall, we are so sorry. He is no longer with the FBI. He was let go. Nobody thought it was funny how he was so-called taking care of you. We're sorry. He got fired. I want you to think of July 8th, 24, 9:10 in the morning. My phone is legally bugged with that FBI case. Altman Hospital Billing Department calls me. I want, your credit card didn't work. I'm in McDonald's drive-thru, just paid for my soda. I said, I just used it. I'm literally at McDonald's. I said, let me pull over and I'll go over it with you again. Right? So I go to pull over and I could hear a guy in the background. When they told me what was going on, I quit my job. I called and I ordered those men to show up here. I paid for them to show up here. I paid for them to do all those things to her. And I paid for people to follow around and say and do things to her. I know she only carried a gun because Dave was controlling. And I'll make sure she can never carry a gun again. I can carry a gun if I want to. And don't ever make me act like a bad 5-year-old that go out and buy something because somebody said I couldn't have it. I wouldn't carry it. And if I carried it, it'd be empty. Like the police said, you don't have it in you to shoot someone. Karen don't have it in her to hurt anyone. A lot of times I carried an empty gun. Dave did want me. I couldn't figure out why he was so paranoid. In 16, he insisted I got my concealed carry. Went through the classes, Okay. He always liked guns, but he went fanatic. He had to have a loaded gun on him and one in his car. You got to carry a gun. Why? I want you to learn to shoot. I didn't know he was running with the cartel. That's why he was paranoid. I didn't know. And guns are dangerous. So I had a concealed carry purse. What I would do was I would put the gun part in the concealed part and then the clip in another part. It takes a second to load it, and those things are dangerous. That's where the police said, you know why you don't carry a clip in a gun? You don't have it in you to shoot someone. where they yelled out in Walmart, "It's ridiculous for any child to be afraid of Karen. She's nothing but good love." Hmm? Now we're going to think about this. Where that guy said that at Altman Hospital, by Friday, I was up in Akron. Some bikers are up there. They're like, nobody say a word. None of this is funny. That guy that was in that hospital saying he was paying for everything and having them doing it to her, he's telling everybody he's agent over a case. He is with December 18th, 24, Walmart 62. Two men come in. Karen didn't know who Michelle was until January, February of 19. No, I made sure of it. I remember that guy saying that. We were at Faith Family Church, and I'm sitting there waiting for church to start. And some teenagers came in, and they were loud, and I look back, and one yells out, "I'm the one that dates Dave." Or, "I'm the one that dates," yeah, "I'm the one that dates her husband." I look back, "I'm the one that dates Dave." And she's pointing at me. I thought it was Michelle Gargo. That's the only Michelle I knew connected to Dave. I thought, what on earth? You don't look 18. Look back, you don't look 100 pounds. And then she's like, how she slept with the boys. And she's wearing one of the guys' clothes. Saying all kinds of stuff. And how she could have anybody drug, beat, rape. She just had to ask those guys. All kinds of stuff. I didn't believe her. Not even a little bit. We go to leave, and the police that walked me out, are they trying to set her husband up for going out with a teenage prostitute? I thought maybe they were talking around me. And is she even legal? I thought that one too. Was she 15, 16? Sounds about right. And I once said I paid her 14, 16, 90 pounds. Yeah, I didn't believe her. Like they said, I think it was January 5th, 25, one in the distance. We all watched Karen's face. She didn't believe a word out of that girl's mouth. Mm-mm. Not even a little bit. Well, when those cops were walking me out, when they were talking about, how old she was and stuff, some guy walked by and said, "I told those people she didn't know who she was. I made sure of it." I thought, who are you? December 18th, 24, 9:10 in the morning. Or, I'm sorry. Let me restate that. December 18th, 24, Walmart 62. It's afternoon, okay? They'll have a video and they tape an audio in that store. Two men walk in, real loud. I'm over by the pie area, and I actually look up and look over at them because they're so loud. Said Karen didn't know who Michelle was until January, February 19th. No, I made sure of it. That's what that guy said. He said she told me she threatened her, and if she threatened her, I didn't care what they did to her. And she didn't know who she was. No, I made sure. Until she announced herself, she didn't even know who she was. And she told me she threatened her, and I told those people I didn't care what they did to her. See, that's where the agent that told on me, they were complaining that he was telling people he didn't care what they did to me. I thought, oh my God, that's you. I told the drug dealer that no one would want her after what he had done to her, to leave her alone. Her Karen's getting remarried again. I knew she had it in her. He's with the drug dealers. His own confession. January 5th, 25, Walmart 62 again. The investigators that work the case, the most men are in there. They're like, what is this? Another FBI agent lied to the U.S. Marshal she was weird with herself. We always knew it was photoshopped to washing yourself in the shower. And they photoshopped that in another room. And they had drugged her and told her to say it before. And we have the agent over her case taped. He let all this happen because he thought she threatened his daughter. And to find out she didn't know who she was. Does the FBI realize how not funny this is? Were they getting even with her? For thinking she threatened one of their kids. And she didn't even know who she was. Do they realize how not funny this is? Okay. See, yeah, the big joke is, I don't have an agent over my case. He got fired. If that, with the voice rec, for if you pull July 8th, 24, 9:10 in the morning, my car's blocked, my phone's blocked by the police. If that's him, he had me raped, tortured, my skull bashed, and he had those men do that to me. And it's him. They said they paid him off, the cartel. He stole the money from my case. He told on me. We're calling the FBI. Confessed on a recorded line. He's the one selling the government, the login to the case, because Will found that, either call him John or Will. Will found another way of making money off the case. He's selling the login for $25 a pop. That's where all these people have it. He's selling government technology. I was up in Akron on Forest Grove Drive, and they were up there selling it. When my client was alive, sitting outside with her. And it's a nice neighborhood. Very nice. And this guy with like a hick accent, it was priceless, screamed at him. And this is where I giggled for days. What is this? Some kind of government conspiracy? Selling government technology? Stealing from victims? And paying people to make fun of them? I thought, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Is this some kind of government conspiracy? He had a hick accent. It was priceless. Priceless. Selling government technology, stealing from victims, and paying people to make fun of them? Yes. It's a former FBI agent that got fired. And he's running with the cartel with his own confession. They called him a paid-off dirty agent March of 19 in Belden Village. Paid off. For I could write a bestseller on what happened. This domestic violence shelter was helping watch me in 19. They showed up at the mall. This lady and her group was there. Well, this guy was walking with her. He turned around and went, "She's amazing." And she looked back and she said, "She really is amazing." And see, that's how people talked about me. Trying to let them get information to save my family and almost dying. He said, I could write a bestseller on what happened. I would call it Karen's Prayers. That's where I got the name of my videos. A paid-off dirty agent. A man trying to kill his wife. And men being shot at running. It'd be a bestseller. She's like, she is amazing and I'd like her to speak when this is over. That lady showed up at Rapika's office and had yelled at some of the officers that worked my case, who yells at an angry giant, but a mother, somebody who loves someone more than themselves. I called Dave an angry giant I was afraid of. Hmm. Officer Mark and the guys were in the back of CSC banking him. Karen's got her own security here. I wonder what's going on. Hmm? Ohio Catholic Bank in Macedonia, or the manager talking where those idiots were breaking in and stabbing me with day rape drugs. Even I had been raped and tortured July to September 19, and I started in August. I went upstairs. He was complaining. She had so many drugs in her system. Knocked out on a horse, and she's still walking around. They said no one's allowed to say a word to her. She's helping the FBI with the case. She had Valium mixed with it, all kinds of drugs. They had a cocktail that makes you sleepwalk. Got it? Hmm? You know, I've had men say nobody will ever trust the FBI again after what they let happen here. The guy that got fired makes them look like the worst criminals in the world. That they're bad as a cartel, selling victims back over to him, taking payoffs and stealing from him. It's him. They said they paid him off. I bet they did. They in Walmart 62 in January 19, they were talking about how corrupt he was. He tried to steal my money. Okay. December 2nd, 22 in Alliance, one of the guys assigned to me was with another guy and was talking to him. Is that the one that church tried to have killed? Yes. I heard she didn't get any money out of this. He said, no, it's the one guy from the case stealing every dime since the first day. October 4th, 23 in Massillon, they were talking about him stealing. October 6th, 23 in Walmart 62 about him stealing. Up in Akron, they were screaming, it's that idiot stealing our money. This whole thing. They were talking about it last year in Hartville. It's Agent John stealing our money. This whole thing. Oh, he joined the cartel, him and his daughter. Some guy was saying all those, I listened to how many different cartels were involved. Oh, you pull Karen around the house, Karen's will. There's a protected custody case with statement with threat and attempt to life in the Stark County Courthouse. September 23rd, 2018 to October 3rd of 2018, there'll be one. Stark County Sheriff's working. Last year I went to Faith Family Church. Sheriffs in uniform were talking about the case. We all know the FBI opened an informant case with her and have us watch her. I don't think it's one bit funny how that Agent John talked to her. That's where April 28th, 24. I'm in Walmart on the Strip. That office, North Canton Jackson officer. Karen, I was listening to this today. We all know nobody drugs anybody but the drug cartel. There's a drug cartel in your home before. And we all know that guy told on you before. It's him. The one that told on me for calling the FBI hotline. The one that confessed on a recorded line. Bullied me. Made fun of me. Made me beg for my life. Admitted he talked to everyone. Like I said, you pulled the recorded line. Some investigator said I listened to how he talked to her. I almost fell out of my chair. He actually talks to her that way. I know. He's now with the cartel, making bets over this. See, that's where the FBI needs to stop him. What else can he sell, FBI? He sold the login to the protected custody cases, made money off of government technology, told on a victim calling for help. He's now running with the cartel, him and his kid. My friend Maddie lives 2 hours away. He said, I went to my friend on the police department. They looked you up, and they found your case. 2 hours away, knew of it. 2 hours. He said they knew about the Texas group. He brought the U.S. Marshals. U.S. Marshals. Because I'm looking around the restaurant. I thought you brought your police department. And they know about the Texas group involved in your case. I'm like, I always call him Kingsman, because if we all work for the king from Texas, we are his men. Dave hired us. He's a drug lord. I looked at my face of fentanyl king. U.S. military Iraqi translator went into the dark web malware fentanyl king. That's where the Middle Eastern men and the lady in hijabs, and they talk about the king. A group of them were up in Carolina, Medina, that were down here. I've been telling you people that for a year. And people from Florida, and the ones that work for Judge Peter. Yeah. The ones you haven't got yet, they're up there. Carolina, Medina. I seen the ladies in hijabs talking about the king. Middle Eastern looking people talk about the king. Texas plates. Then where they had the scam of retired Judge Pete from Ravenna, friends with Ludic, letting him get away with crimes. When they went to, the sheriffs didn't know who he was, because he's made up. But a long white Santa beard. My brother seen someone dressed like that, turn around and gasp when he seen me. They put like a Santa beard on, long hair. You could tell it didn't match the stature of his body. You could tell he's young. Turned around and looked at me. And then when we were in Summit Mall, and we went and sat in the food court, and the people for the young girls for the Florida group walked by and saying stuff. And I said something to my brother. I said, you seen that guy? I said, that's the scam of the retired Judge Pete from Ravenna. That's why that guy, would you see him turn around and look at me like that? He said, yeah, I seen it. I said, that's why. When the investigator said they went to Ludic, it made his stomach turn the thought somebody used his name to get away with crimes. It was a scam. Where they were saying Ludic was letting his friend get away with crimes. Sheriffs didn't know him. And neither did the Ravenna place. Well, neither did Ludic. They were framing him. But the big truck guys that showed up at Faith Family Church, 3,000 people know of this. Okay? They know of Judge Peter. They know of Michelle. And some of them impersonated the FBI. They were in there selling the login. The guy that raped and tortured me is one of the Florida human traffickers. Drives a dark gray truck. Tall white man, shaved head, dark eyes. The ushers yelled at him. They saw video of those men torturing me. And they yelled at him in front of 1,000 people. I ran out crying. July to September 19th. See, that's where my friend went to Faith Family Church. I said, remember the big truck guys that said they were FBI working my case? He's like, yeah, I've seen them. I said that was a drug cartel. He's like, Karen, that's fucked up. I seen them. My God, they needed Jesus. 3,000 people seen him. Yeah. And that Michelle was in there selling the login to the case to those people acting like Queen Bee. I never talked to her. I just let her wander around confessing her crimes in front of people. Those sheriffs, even in 19, when I started volunteering at the bookstore, they talked about my case. Are you interested in working Karen around the house? What's that? One of us have to watch her or listen to her every day. They have to verify it for that FBI case. See, that agent opened one, like my friend Walter used to work at the prosecutor's office. He said, Karen, you don't realize you're in one of the many witness protection programs. The way that agent opened it, it said attempt and a threat of life case. It can't be closed till you die. You have to be in protected custody. And it can't even be closed until the FBI, unless the FBI puts you in another witness protection program. You'll stay an informant for life. You get the money for working the case and only for working the case. That agent cannot make up his own restrictions. He can't ask anybody to stay quiet. Due to the freedom of speech First Amendment, it takes a judge in a jury trial. He's only a higher police officer. He's only bullying you to get away with this. And the police know that. And I said, but he already told on me and seen by the police and hundreds telling on me and then confessed on record line. He ain't telling you, but you can tell whoever you're comfortable with. And he can't make up his own rules. There's guidelines. It's only bullying you. No judge could sign it. He'd get arrested. It's for working the case and risking your life to get the government information. And you'll get the money for the rest of your life, and you'll be in immunity the rest of your life for working that case. He cannot withhold it. He cannot misdirect it. The police know that. And he can't make up his own rules. He opened the kind of case that where you go into an occult or a cartel, you get them to confess to something, then they pull you out, change your name, and move across the country, and then you get the money for the rest of your life, and they protect you for the rest of your life so they don't show up and kill you. He didn't pull me out. He didn't hide me. He took my money and turned me back over to him, and he joined the cartel. And he sold technology. It's him, the agent that returned my phone call, that I confessed he told on me, that made fun of me, that they fired. He's also, that is him in Old Men Hospital, July 8th, 24, 9:10 in the morning. My car's bugged, my phone's bugged. He paid those men to torture me. He paid them to human traffic me. He paid them to bash my skull in. He's a killer. For God's sake, somebody needs to stop him. You have his confessions, and it can't be disputed. Like they said, the way that agent opened that case, it's legal police surveillance with a court order. They don't even need her. That's where I was in Carroll County. Some of the sheriffs were talking. And that Karen's, well, we're all supposed to keep an eye out on when she's out. Or there's a group of Freemasons caught with the human traffickers underneath a police, with police surveillance with a court order. Oh boy, I can't wait to look her up. for the other police to get a hold of us. We're busy. Their informant was left in the middle of the cartels, breaking their crimes, laughing in my face. People actually started laughing in 19. She don't even have to ask people questions. They just walk up and confess to her. I know, it was terrible. 18, 19, 20. It's bad guys on the planet. Like they said, the way that he set it up, they don't even need it. It's a protective and threat of lie case with statements in a court order for protected custody for an FBI informant with a judge's order with money and immunity. It's in the Stark County Courthouse. Marshals need to get him more sheriffs. They have his confessions. He's with the cartel now. They got his confession. He's the one paying. They have the confessions. They paid him off.